feel the fire, burning hotter, climbing higher. 1,000 horses in my veins, freedom pumping through my chains. I'm born to blaze, born to fly, through the steel and smoke we defy. Born to blaze, can't slow me down. The king of the track, the roar of the crown.
Well, we are back with the Western States Racing League Biking Construction Group Truck Series here. We're back at Daytona. We started Daytona. We went to Atlanta, Echo Park. Now we're back to Daytona on the road course. Originally, it was scheduled to run St. Petersburg, but iRacing kind of let us down and didn't get it put in the game for us yet. So we are back at the road course. Happy to be here with you tonight. My name is Chris Murphy with DRSN. Going to bring you every race of the Viking Construction Group Trucks. I don't know why I have a hard time saying it. Viking Construction Group Truck Series every Tuesday night at 11 Eastern for the rest of the season. We are going to get things rolling off here. We got about 3 minutes left here in practice. Right now, top of the charts, Nick Trader. Nobody really looking dominant here in the practice lap so far, but we take a look here at Sean Peshin on the racetrack right now, currently third in the times around here for the practice right now. But we're going to take a look here at the point standings coming into tonight for the Truck Series, and it's Jason Tamer, number one in the points right now. Right behind him, Joshua Raymond, Richard Modrick, and did I see Richard here today? Yeah, Rick is here. Quentin Steinbach, Ryan Thompson, Joshua Gagnon, Joshua Smith, Nicholas Trader, David Sluter, Michael Champlin. They're going to round out the top 10 there in the points, and we go back about 14 spots here. Landon Slagan, Jacob Thornton, Victor Keith, Paul Boomershine. We also have a team championship going on, but I don't have, let me see here. They did not get a graphic done for me, but I do have it pulled up here. So there's a team championship going on as well here with the VCG Truck Series. I think that's easier to say than Viking Construction Group. By VCG. Brewer Motorsports leading the team point standings right now with 340 points. OGRL 338. Then it's Mooselander Racing, VG Motorsports, Wood Motors Racing, Spare Parts Gaming Community, B&W Racing, WTF Motorsports, JK Racing, CS Motorsports, Transcendent Motorsports, and 11th. Back to 12th, it's Vortex Sims Team, Price Performance Motorsports, and back of the pack is in a very fitting place. They are 14th, rounding out the end of our field and our end of our team standings here for the Truck Series. We'll take a look here at the upcoming schedule. We got just about a minute and a half left to go, and then we will get into qualifying. We got about 5 minutes of qualifying to go. Still Nick Trader at the top of the charts, but Brandon Cowell in that really sharp looking 85 comes right now second on the timing charts here for practice. He's about 0.2 of a second behind Nick at the moment. Oh, that's a good looking truck right there. I'm not sure who painted that, but we're going to send him some business. All right, we're going to take a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Truck Series. We take next week off, and then actually is that 2 weeks off? It looks like we have 2 weeks off, and then we come back for Darlington. So they pretty much follow the regular NASCAR Truck Series. So Darlington, Rockingham, Bristol, Texas, Watkins Glen, Dover, Charlotte. Then we come back on the Memorial Day week at Nashville, Michigan, San Diego, Lime Rock, North Wilkesboro, Lucas Oil, Richmond, and New Hampshire is going to round out our regular season. Then we're going to start the chase at Bristol, Kansas, Charlotte, Phoenix, Talladega, Martinsville, and we'll end the season on November 3rd at Miami Homestead. We've also got another treat for you tonight. We have a bunch of different drivers sharing their webcams with us. Here is our group of 8 drivers. Dan Wedeking, Trevor Fetchner, Michael Sparks up in the top right-hand corner, Joshua Raymond, Michael Champlin, and Quentin Steinbach. Now I've been watching Quentin here most of the time here on the webcam, and I'm going to tell you right now, he is by far the most nourished driver we have out there. I don't think he stopped eating the whole practice. Ian Menace is down in the bottom left-hand corner, and then Everett Larson on the bottom right-hand corner. So we got a good group of drivers out here. We'll pull them up individually as well. So we'll have this little group shot, and then we'll pull up each one individually as we get to them on the racetrack. So thanks to those drivers for sharing their cams with us, letting us into their homes. All right, practice is wrapping up here. About 4 seconds left to go. And we got 5 minutes left here. As qualifying starts, we got 5 minutes here in qualifying. We'll see if we can put it up on the top of the charts. We ended up with about, if my count is correct, we ended up with about 32 drivers here for this race. So a really good field of cars. You know, you never know with those road courses. Sometimes some drivers don't really like to run the road courses, so sometimes you get a little bit of a shorter field. But Western Racing League has really got their group, pretty solid group here together. We've had anywhere from 40 cars, I think it was the first race. So good field here tonight. Looking forward to a good show. Ian Menace going to get a black flag right there. So one thing I'm going to plug here, my good buddy Shane Cochran, and you'll see his logo come up in the bottom left right hand corner. There it is right there, Collateral Damage Sports Network. So Shane does a lot of these plugins. So a lot of these cool graphics you're going to see that we have on our overlays. If you use SDK software and you're looking for some of this stuff, jump over to the SDK Discord. Find Shane on there. They actually made a special place for him, a marketplace on there. You can find Shane on there, look for some of these graphics. So we'll kind of share as much as we can with you here tonight. Corbin Matthews, country music singer. Check out Corbin's new music. He's got a few more songs. He had a new song come out last Friday. He's gonna have some more stuff coming up. So we're gonna take a look here. We're looking at David Sluter on the racetrack right now. Looks like just about everybody has made their way out. David up on the high banking through 3 and 4 there. Going to come around and start his first lap. Nobody's got a lap completed yet. But just about everybody out on the racetrack. We see Scotty Larson right here, Brady Zeller. We're going to take a look at, see if we can find one of our in-car cameras here. We'll take red line with Dean Wedeking here. In the 44, you can see him out there. See the concentration on his face out there getting some laps in. Who else we have out there? We got Ian. Take a look here at Ian. And I'm going to tell you one thing about Ian. Every time I look at his camera, he's smiling. So Ian looking to have a good time here tonight. Daniel Suarez fan. Got the Daniel Suarez hat on out here in the number 55. All right. Looks like we got Sluter here. Like he's about leading the pack, so he's probably going to be about the first one to get a lap in here for us. Who else we have out on the racetrack? We got Michael Champ. Michael threw up some nice ads over here for us. He's got Michael's got some good spare wheels hanging on the wall over there. He threw up some graphics and stuff here for us. He's basically showing us his stream right here. He's got to show his driver input. Michael here in the 52, going to make some laps in. So take a look at Sluter here, making his way down the back straightaway. He is going to come to the bus stop. I'm going to get to say bus stop many times here tonight. So Sluter going to make his way through here. One of the fastest chicanes you're going to find out there on any road course, besides maybe Monza. But David getting a lap in here, coming through the high banks of 3 and 4. He is going to be the first driver to put an official lap in. Let's see what kind of target David has set here for everybody. And let's see, David's going to come across the line. He's going to put down a 149.18. Brady Zeller right there behind him, and the Lightning McQueen DRSN. He's carrying the DRSN logo for us there, kind of a Lightning McQueen DRSN cross truck right there. So Brady got that put together for us. Krasinski now comes across the line. He's in second, but it's going to be Brandon Cal now, going to take that second spot away as he drives it into the tire barrier. It'd help if I put up the tower for you, at least get the top 10 going here. Right now it's Nick Trader, Brandon Cowell, Justin Krasinski, David Sluter, Brady Zeller. And it looks like we got Randy Wood with a meatball flag. Looks like he finished his qualifying lap in glory. Jacob Thornton's going to take that fifth spot away from Zellers. He comes across the line. We take a look back here at Kyle Smith's in the 82, one of the spare parts gaming trucks. Did I lose my team settings on here? Oh, I got to bring all that back in. Sorry about that, drivers. I changed my project file and I lost the team names off of here, so sorry about that. We'll get that fixed. So just about everybody getting their laps in here, qualifying, rounding up. And it's going to be Nick Trader sitting on the pole with a 148.83, about 10th of a second back with Brandon Cowell. Let's see if I can fix some of those team names. I'm sure I don't have the time here, but we'll see what we can do. All right, we'll see if that fixed a few of them, maybe. All right. All right, we're going to get gridded up here. We've got just about a minute left to go here. We'll get a little bit of a warm-up time. But Nick Trader going to start here on the pole. We did have ended up with 34 trucks here at Daytona. Good showing of drivers here. I see we got some viewers out there chime in there. I see reload paint somebody's telling me to do. I thought I did that right when the race started. So if somebody changed something. If you're changing your paints anytime between about the first hour or so, I'm usually in here to practice and stuff like that. So getting ready to go. So if you're changing stuff after that, I'll get a little reloaded up here. So we should be good to go once we get started. As you can see, all the trucks are gray right now as the textures are reloading. It's kind of demanding there, Alex. Kind of just, you know, can you please reload paints? Would you be so kind as to reload paints? All right. I think we're gonna have about a half of a pace lap, so we're gonna go ahead and get going with our starting grid. So on the pole is going to be Nick Trader, Brandon Cowell. Outside of him starting in the second spot, back to row number 2. It is going to be the number 4 of Justin Krasinski. David Sluter in the 95 to his outside. In the fifth spot is going to be Jacob Thornton and Brady Zeller in the Lightning McQueen DRSN number 18. The 71 of Rick Modric and Declan Beatty going to start in row number 4, back to row number 5. Landon Slagan and Kyle Smits. Landon had a good run last week and ran into some trouble towards the end of the race. In 11th spot, Victor Keith and Ian Menace. Michael Champlin and Tyler Brewer are going to start in row number 7, back to row number 8. Randy Wood and J.D. Biddle. In the 9th row is Dean Wedeking and Paul Boomershine in the 92. Paul decided to qualify this week, I see. Bryce Dickman and Everett Larson going to start in the 20th spot. Back to the 11th row in the 21st starting spot, Alex Romero and Joshua Raymond. Starting in 23rd, Quentin Steinbach and Daniel Sparks in the 04. To get back to row number 13 is Nico Cipollini and Sean Peshin. He's going to probably tell me that's Peckin or something, but I'm going to do Peshin. Michael Sparks and Joshua Smits, the other spare parts driver, in the 28 starting spot. Scotty Larson and Trevor Fetchner in the row number 15. Row number 16, Ryan Thompson and Stephen Bolton. Christopher Mason and Joshua Wise are going to round out our field. And we are going to come to the green flag, and it's going to be Trader bringing us to the line with Cal to his outside. And we are green at Daytona one more time. I see a few drivers starting from pit road. I see about 4 drivers in there right now. Boomershine looks like he might have missed the start. Fetchner, Thompson. We're going to go into turn number 1, though. Look for Krasinski down on the bottom of the 85. Not able to make the pass. He's going to hang back just a little bit. As we see Trader, Krasinski, Cal, Thornton. Right now, your top 4. We take a look at the 56. A NASCAR Thunder 2003 sponsored truck. He's going to make his way around with the early lead here for Trader. As we head off into turn number 4 and up through this little hairpin up through 5 and 6. Trader, Krasinski, Cal is still your top three. And it's Jacob Thornton and David Sluter. It's pretty much single filed out here throughout the rest of the field. We haven't really seen any off-track incidents. We're going to throw up a little... There we go. Actually, Sparks got a little off-track right there in the 04. Another one of those little graphics my buddy Shane over at Cochran's Sports Network put up for us. We get notifications every time we get somebody with an off-track, a meatball, a caution, or whatever, which is pretty nice. That's something that it's usually pretty tough to find, so got to really give him that one. So here we go. Trader now. About 0.3 of a second to the good back to Krasinski. And it is Cal back in the third spot. Top three getting separated out pretty quickly. It's a couple seconds back to Zeller. You can see the 18 right there as we head through the bus stop for the first time. Krasinski all over the back of the 56. Does he have a good enough run? Coming out of the bus stop to get a run into 3. He's going to draft through 3 and 4 right now. You're going to see this all day long. If you can take advantage of this draft right here through the high banking right here, and then get down into turn 1 with a good run. So let's see what Justin does right here. He is going to start to look to the inside, but does he have enough before they get to the first corner? It does not look like it. Oh, he's going to take a late look. He's going to take a late lunge across the line. It's going to be Krasinski trying to get to the... He thinks the better of it. Backs out. Lets Trader get down to the bottom of the racetrack. So Nick Trader going to hold on to the lead. He is going to lead at lap number 1. We'll take a look here at Larson and... Who was that? The 16 going wide right there. That's Randy Wood. A little bit of an off track right there for him. And he gets loose again right there as he's getting back going again. So watch that 16. He's struggling here a little bit early. And it looks like we might have an incident with Joshua Wise. We'll take a quick look at it. See if we can see what happened here to Josh. And just loses it right there in turn number 1. The back of the truck comes around at the same time. The 11 off the racetrack right there in front of him. So, and it looks like we might have had Trevor Fechner also. We see it. Take a look here at Trevor. It looks like he's going again, but we'll see what incident is there with Fechner. Oh, it's the same incident we just saw. I think he's just going to go off into 1 here. Just same situation, just losing the back of the truck right there. Couple early incidents, but right now it is still Trader out in front. But he has got the forward truck as they come through the bus stop one more time up onto the high banks. I'm going to say that about 40 times tonight, or 35 at least, because we got 35 laps in this race. But here's Trader Krasinski. And look the gap back to Brandon Cal. So right now the top 2 putting some separation on. It looks to me like Krasinski has a little better pace. If he can find a way around Trader right here, and he's going to do it right here across the stripe. He has got a good run as they come across the line down into turn number 1. He is not going to back out this time. He is going to make the pass. Krasinski to the inside. Trader fighting back on the outside. Good job out there. He tiptoes through the outside of the corner, through corner number 1 as they're going to head through 2 and 3 here. Krasinski with the lead. Trader right there behind him in second. And that has allowed the 85 to close up on the back of him. And Jacob Thornton also right there, your top 4. Back to Sluter in the 95. And they've got about 2.5 seconds back to the 6th place truck of Brady Zeller. So these top 5 right now have really separated their way away from the field. It looks like we've got a couple drivers with some incidents. I see Wedding King with an off track here. Thompson, looks like Ryan Thompson also with an incident here. We'll take a look what happened to Ryan. Looks like he's heading down the back straightaway out of that NASCAR 2 into the bus stop here. I need to change my rewind time. He just gets into the bus stop a little bit deep, loses the back of the truck. Fortunate it doesn't hit anything right there. We'll jump back to live time a little bit. Incident with Brady, with Wedding King as well. Well, 3 laps of 35. I didn't get a check on fuel mileage on this. I'm sure we're gonna have to make at least 1 stop. I'm sure. But Krasinski now at the lead, and actually, surprisingly enough to me, I thought Krasinski was showing some pretty good pace behind Trader, but actually he is hanging on to the back of Trader, right? Or excuse me, Krasinski right now. For our top 2, trying to put a little distance back to the 3rd place running Cal, and it looks like Randy Wood with another off right here. So the 16 not having a good day. That's a couple different incidents for him so far. he gets back on the racetrack. We're 4 laps into 35. And the top 5 trucks are putting some distance back there. Zeller back here with Landon Sligan and Declan Beatty, 6th, 7th, and 8th right now. And it's a little ways back to Rick Modric, Victor Keith, Bryce Dickman. So right now, another one of our fancy graphics I'm going to show up. Here's our top 10 right now. Krasinski, Trader, Brandon Cal, Jacob Thornton, David Suter, Brady Zeller, Sligan, Beatty, Modric, and Keith. That is our top 10 drivers right now in the field. Take a look here at the 71 making his way around. So it looks like we're going to have a good battle up here for the front all day long. Both Krasinski and Trader are showing some really good pace. They look to be pretty equal right now. So they head back up onto turn number 1 of the high banks. And Krasinski just got a much better run right there. And that's a big key right there. If you can get, if you can get out of that roval area off of turn number 6 up onto the banking, it's all about how much pace you get off of that corner, and you can see right here just how that paid off for Skazinski. He's put about 6 or 7 truck lengths back to Trader, and then it's a little ways back to Cal right now. Let's see if we can find another battle back here going on. Look at Tyler Brewer here, kind of running around by himself at the moment. All right, Ian Menace is here in a battle here with Petchlin. Pull up Ian's cam right here, and you can see the focus going on. Well, actually, we'll just pull up all the cams here for a minute. All of our, we got 9 drivers now. I'm not sure who that is in the bottom right-hand corner, but we got 9 drivers out on the racetrack right now. Driver came in a little bit late, so I didn't get his name. You can see Fetchner right there. Man, I think Trevor's really got his force feedback up. He looks to really be fighting that. Thanks again for all these drivers for bringing their cams out for us. Take a look up here at the leaders one more time, and it's still Krasinski. He's got about a second gap back to Trader in the 56. Really appreciate you being here with us at DRSN. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like. Talk about a couple of our sponsors, Collateral Damage Sports Network. That's my buddy Shane Cochran. He is the one that's provided all of his fancy plugins for us. All these different towers. You won't see this kind of stuff just about anywhere else. You won't see these little notifications. If you're using SDK software, reach out and find Shane Cochran over at the SDK Discord. He'll get you all hooked up. I don't know if I really want to push that or not. I kind of like having some of the cool stuff that nobody else has, but he'll get you taken care of. Shane's a good dude. But it's still Krasinski and Trader's right there. Trader's lost a little bit of ground that last lap around through this coming into the bus stop, but he is actually able to round up Michael Sparks there with an off track. Let's see if we can see Michael here on the racetrack. A lot of drivers have not enjoying their day here at Daytona so far. I see Nico with an off. We'll see what happened with Nico here. Where's he at on the racetrack? Looks like he's coming up in here to looks like the about turns 5 and 6, and just again, that's the same thing we've seen from a few different drivers here today. Just losing the back of the truck, just getting in a little too hard, maybe a little bit too much rear brake dialed in or whatever, but just kind of losing it right there. But nothing, haven't really seen any hard contact anywhere. Just a few trucks getting loose right there. Let's see if we can find another battle going on. We take a look here at Michael Champlin. He takes a look up underneath the 9 of Pesh, and he's going to make that pass. Oh, somebody was spun around right there. Who was that? That was the, looked like the 01 of Larson. And that was, so Everett loses it right there just a little bit. Everett sharing his cam with us tonight as well. So an off track, and he's going to go off track one more time. So Everett not having the day. He's had some pretty good runs this year at the super speedways, but this Daytona road course seems to be not to his liking today. We'll see if we can get back up here to the front. And it is Krasinski, Trader. And it looks like we may have another off for Ryan Thompson. Ryan right now running 34th. In that 10 truck, he's getting back on the racetrack though. We'll get back up here in our battle for the lead. As I'm talking about my buddy Shane doing his graphics before he's sending me more new stuff. He is just doing all kinds of stuff right now. But all right, so we'll get back to the action here. The 95 of Sluter here in the 4 spot. Looks like Scotty Larson with another off. And we've got Scotty around in the 13. We've also got the 04 around at the same time. Looks like we got a meatball flag for Randy Wood. Hard contact. You can see the right front of that truck all tore up. Looks like this might have been the same incident here. We'll see if we can see what happened. So we see Larson here already off the racetrack. Let's see here. So let's see what happens here. This is taking a look at the 16 of Randy Wood. He gets loose right there, wiggles. Oh, and just drives right into the tire barrier. At the same time, we see the 04 spinning around back there behind him. Of Daniel Sparks. In the same spot. Daniel kind of waiting to have to get back on the racetrack. So, kind of two separate incidents, but in the exact same place on the racetrack. And we jump back here and we come back to Randy Wood one more time off the track. He's making his way through the tires. Still some heavy damage on that truck. But here's our battle for the lead. It is Justin Krasinski and Nick Trader. We are, what, 26 laps into this race. 29 laps to go out of 35. Krasinski, Trader, Cal, Sluter, your top 4. And then it's the 41 of Jacob Thornton, Landon Slagan. Landon looks to be grouping up here. He kind of stuck behind Zeller for a little bit while, but he's cleared the 18 truck, and he's now set his sights on Thornton in the 41. Can he make up any ground? Slagan had a good chance to win that race at Atlanta last week, or at Echo Park as they call it, but got in a little bit of trouble, so Slagan fell back here. Take a nice wide look. Looks like we got an off track from Alex Romero. So a few drivers just not having the day they wanted. It looks like Alex is getting grouped back up here, getting back onto the racetrack. But I'm looking for this battle up front to stay here all day long. Trader just trying to find a little bit more speed, trying to close up on Krasinski as they head into turn number one more time. And this is where most of the passing we've seen all day is into this corner. And the 85 of Cal had dropped back just a little bit from this too, but he's actually starting to reel him in. Let's look at the last lap time. The fastest truck on the track the last lap around was the second place running Nick Trader at a 49.86. Just about everybody else around him in the 50s. The 95 of Sluter also starting to trying to make up a little bit of ground. He's gotten around the 41 of Thornton. Looks like we may have lost Randy Wood. He is back down in the pit road after a few incidents there for the 16 truck. Krasinski, Trader, Cal. Thanks for being here with us at DRSN. If you are looking for some, you have a league or a special event, you're looking to get broadcasters, reach out to us. We can do just about anything from street stocks to dirt late models to sprint cars to NASCAR to endurance races to GT4, GT3. As we look right here and we see Declan Beatty looking underneath the 91 of Slagan for that 6th spot. The 27 looking pretty strong here. Let's see as they head into the bus stop here who's going to have the run. It's going to be Beatty with the line on the bottom of the racetrack. Let's see if he can hold it. Slagan thinks the better of it. He makes the wise decision, backs off, lets Beatty have that inside. Slagan's going to live to fight another day here. It's pretty tough to get in to the bus stop side by side like that. And Beatty's going to take that 6th spot away from Slagan. Slagan's going to fall back after making up a couple spots. We look back here to the Lightning McQueen, number 18, is Zeller, still in 8th, but he's lost a couple spots since the start. He started in 6th, now back to 8th. Our biggest mover of the race right now is Sean Peshin in the Napa number 9. He is up 12 spots, started back in 26th, and he looks like he's lost that left front fender on that number 9. Probably not hurting him too bad through the Roval section, but when he gets up on the high banks, you would think it'd take a little bit of aero off as he's now trying to he's going to get past the 91 truck with ease right there. Or excuse me, that was the 52 of Champlin. We're going to take a ride here with Quentin Steinbach. Quentin back here in the middle of this pack. He's got the Owen Larson right there in front of him. He's got Joshua Smits in the 29 on his heels. Oh, Steinbach into the corner a little hard. gets into the back of Larson, just overdrove that corner a little bit. We just happened to be on the right camera at the right time, but the 22 is going to gather it back up and get going again. Just not hard enough to, just hard enough to get in there and turn Larson around, but he's going to get it gathered back up and get moving forward. Lost a couple of spots though. And again, here's all of our 9 drivers bringing us in car. Is Dean? Where's Dean? Looks like Dean might have called it a night, or he is in the pits with repairs. So we take a look at Dean Wedeking up in the top left corner. Looks like he's just kind of sitting there relaxing right now. Our leader still in the number 4, Justin Krasinski, Prater, Cal, Sluter, Thornton, your top 5. You can find, looks like Ian Menace is here on the back. Gonna look to the inside of Schmitz. He's gonna get a good run into the bus stop. Kyle's kind of blinking there a little bit, but Ian's able to get around the 82. That was a battle for 16th right there. We take a look at the 96 at JD Biddle. He has the 9 of Sean Peshin. Peshin now up 13 spots. He is on a charge. Let's look at the last lap time out there. Peshin, not the fastest truck on the racetrack, but he is coming forward. Still the fastest truck out there is the 56 of Trader, and Cal basically almost identical lap times at that last time. Oh, Biddle's going to lose it. Biddle loses the back of the truck, gets it woed up, doesn't hit anything. So no harm for the 96. But I was looking at a different screen. Was there contact there? Let's see if we can see what happened there. He just, looks like Peshin's way back there, so I think Biddle just lost it all on his own. He gets into the corner, number 1, just drives it, just overdrives the corner. Loses the back of the truck. Lucky he didn't hit, heck, lucky he didn't slide in front of traffic on the other corner over there, but really lucky he did not hit the tire barrier. So we still got a close battle here for the lead. Krasinski and Trader, 1-2. They're going to have to pit here sometime. So we're going to see if maybe Trader doesn't undercut here as they're coming up on the lap truck. The 72 of Christopher Mason. Pretty good time and a place to catch that lap truck coming out of the bus stop right there. They are going to drive by him easy, but the 52, the 56, sorry, now all over the back of the 4. He's got to draft through the high banks here. Can he get tucked up coming off the last corner? See if he can do the same thing to Krasinski. Krasinski did to him just not too long ago. Well, actually probably about 5 laps ago, but I'm actually surprised he didn't tuck up and draft a little more right there and get a run into 1. So Trader going to run that outside line. Let's see if he can make a dive coming off the corner. No, he's going to settle back in there. I'm kind of surprised he didn't just try to draft through turns 3 and 4 of the banking right there and try to get a run into 1. So he's just kind of hanging back there. I think he's just sizing him up. And this battle for 3rd shaping up to be a 3-truck battle here pretty soon. Cal in the 85. And then it's not too far back to Sluter and Thornton in the 41. So we still got 5 trucks all within striking distance here. If something were to go wrong, we can find another battle on the racetrack here. We look at the 40 at Tyler Brewer, one of the owners here of the Western Racing League in the 40, trying to size up Biddle. Biddle loose one more time. Biddle, another one of those drivers, just not having the day he wants right now. He loses the back of the truck there. Let's Brewer by him. That's a fight for 18th spot. And it looks like we may have another incident here with Romero. And he is going to jump to the pits. I see another incident with Dean Wedeking. We'll take a look here at Dean. We'll jump in the in-car with him here. See if we can see what happened. You see Dean down in the bottom right-hand corner. So he just gets down and just misses his braking point. Goes off the racetrack right there. Somebody we haven't shown you, Joshua Raymond. Joshua's got the best lighting of any of the drivers out here today. Trying to find him on my scoring sheet here. Where are we at, Joshua? There he is. They're in the 14th right there. I don't know why it took me so long to find. Joshua in the number 7 up in the 14th spot right now. He's moved up about 8 spots so far. Started back in 22nd, so he's making his way through the field. Michael Sparks, another one of our in-car drivers here. In the 42, sharp-looking Mooselander number 42. We'll get back up to the battle for the front. It's still coming down between the 4 and the 56. We're at Daytona's third race of the season. Oh, looks like we got a bunch of incidents popping off on my screen right here. We got the 30 of Dickman here with an issue. As he comes across, this has got to be some kind of an incident getting into turn number 1, as we've seen with so many drivers here today. Let's see what happens to the 30 here. He's just going to get in a little deep, like we've seen. He's just going to miss the corner. Then tries to get slowed down to keep from running into the back of the 44. And Dickman goes around. Like we had an off track from Quentin Steinbach as well. So Quentin with some struggles here in the 22. Had an incident earlier getting into the back of Larson. He's getting going again. Kaczynski, Trader, Cal, your top 3 on the racetrack right now. The 85 of Cal with a really good run here. But our big mover is the 9, the Napa number 9 of Sean Peshin. Started back in 26th, all the way up to 11th. He is coming through the field. Let me take another look here at the last laps. About the 3rd fastest truck on the racetrack. He is the fastest truck besides our besides our 2 leaders. But Peshin really making some moves. He lost that left front somewhere. Kind of looks like a partial modified right there on the racetrack. Back to the battle for the lead. The 85 back there lurking at Cal, but it's Krasinski in the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, number 4. Justin, one of the strongest drivers in the field. He's always a threat every single week, and he is looking really strong here at the Daytona Road Course. Trader still hanging right there with him in the 56. It's going to come down to these 2 drivers. Neither one of them has really made a mistake at any time that we saw him. We see a few drivers out there having some problems. We look here at this battle here with Schmitz and Menace down the bottom. It's almost a 3-way battle. The 29 of the other Schmitz, so Joshua and Kyle Schmitz right here. So Menace is in a Schmitz sandwich right now. And the 29 of Joshua is going to take a look to the inside. We're side by side. This is a battle right now for 15th, 16th, and 17th. As we look at Kyle Schmitz in the 82. He's going to get around the lap truck of Dean Wedeking. So Kyle with a good run, getting gathered back up after an earlier incident that he had. But he has now made his way back up into the top 15. Pull up all of our webcam drivers again. It looks like we got all of them still on the racetrack. You can see Dean Wedeking right there. Top left, not been a great day for him. We've got an off track now from Tyler Brewer. Ian Menace, has Ian got a motion ring? Because, man, he is really shaking down there. And I should know who that driver in the bottom right is, but I'm not sure. We're going to have to figure that out before the race is over with. Krasinski now put a little bit of a gap back to Trader. Trader slipped a little bit. Not able to close up near as close as he was earlier. He's about almost a full second back now at this point. I think we can find another battle on the racetrack here. We look at the 27 of Declan Beatty. Declan now in the 9th spot. He has got Rick Modric. So Declan had moved up to about the 6th spot. So somewhere we missed an off or something for him. As he fell back to the pack here in the number 27. He has got the 71 of Modric, and Zeller in the 18 right in front of him. And Victor Keith in the 48. Victor also another strong runner week in and week out, trying to make his way up to the front. You find anything else going on? We got JD Biddle here. JD not having a great day either. We've seen him win some races here in the Western Racing League, but he has struggled here. He started in the 16th down to 20th right now. He's got the 40 of Tyler Brewer. He's got a good run on him right here. See if he can make a pass down into 1. We're going to come across the stripe. Not going to be close enough, I don't think, to make a late dive. So he is going to have to settle back there behind Brewer one more time. Joshua Smits now has made his way around. Kyle actually made up his way 3 more spots. He's up to 15th now. But he's got Menaces right on his back bumper. And the 7 of Raymond right there in front of him. In the meantime, take a look at the 18 of Brady Zeller carrying the DRSN logos for us. He has got the 27 of Declan Beatty all over the back of him. As we ride along here with the 8th place running Declan Beatty, trying to make up some ground there on the 18. We got a lap car up on the outside of the racetrack. Is that Boomershine in the 92? Kind of looks like it. It is Paul Boomershine. Looks like he is going a lap down at this point. So Paul also not having a great run today. He's been really strong on the super speedways, but looks to Daytona Road Course not to be into his liking today, as a 92 is back about 10 spots. He's running at 28th right now. And we got about a 3-car battle right here. You see Scotty Larson up on the outside also going a lap down. That is our Viking Construction Group sponsored truck. Scotty's sponsoring the series there, the Viking Construction Group. If you're in anywhere in the Northwest, they are out of Everett, Washington. If you're looking for some construction work, reach out to Viking. They will take care of you for just about everything. And looks like we got Zeller with an incident. We'll see what happened to Brady. Hope he didn't tear up the DRSN logo on that truck. We'll see what happened. And just like we've seen so many times, entering turn number 1, just gets in a little too deep. Oh no, he's got the Bolton there in front of him, but Brady just completely misses that corner. I don't know if he had the brakes overheated on it or just didn't have the right bias on it. And it's like we have another incident here between Joshua Raymond and Joshua Smith. So the Joshua's getting together here, it looks like. Let's see if it was a separate thing. No, it looks like maybe the 13 here. Oh, we're still looking at the 13. I was trying to look at Schmitz here. Go back here and take a look here. Look at Raymond. So you got the 7 of Raymond and the 29 of Smiths right behind him there. They're going to head into turn number 1. And Raymond locks it up, and Smith just really doesn't have anywhere to go. Gets into the back of the 7. It's replay aplenty here tonight at Daytona Road Course right now. It is Krasinski, though, with a good lead, about a 6 to 7 tenths of a second. Back to the 56 of Trader. We're 20 laps down. 20 laps to go, 15 laps down at a 35. So we're closing up on the halfway mark. And we'll just kind of pull up a little rundown here real quick of the top 10. It's Justin Krasinski, Nick Trader, Brandon Cal, Davis Sluter, Jacob Thornton, Landon Slagan running the 6th spot right now. Rick Modrick in the 71 with a good run there in 7. Declan Beatty. Sean Peshin, still our biggest mover of the race, up to 9th. And Brady Zeller now in the 18, back in the 10th spot. All right, take a look here at Joshua Smith up on the outside of Everett Larson in the 01. Everett struggled early, but he's starting to gather himself back up. He's up to 13th after starting back in 20th. We're side by side. Who's going to win the battle in the turn number 1? The 01 down on the bottom, the 29 on the outside. They cross the stripe. This is a battle for 13th right now, and it looks like Larson's going to win the battle. Schmitz is going to back out of the throttle. He had an incident in this corner last time. He's going to back out of this one. He doesn't want anything to do with that right now. But he is going to slide back the 01 of Larson, as we've got Quentin Steinbach in the 22 up on the outside of the racetrack, up alongside of Victor Keith. We take a look here with Quentin in the rig. See if we can cycle through some of our drivers here that are sharing their cams with us as we're getting kind of sorted out here. Well, look at the 80. Is that the 85? No, he's back a little far. There's a lap truck there. We'll see if we can find some of our drivers that are bringing their cameras with us here. We see Michael Champlain. He is the highest of our webcam drivers. He is running up in the 10th spot. And we'll take a look here with Ian Menace. Ian here with us. Ian right now running in the 17th spot. I don't think I've seen anybody more focused out there than Ian right now. Everett Larson. Oh, we got Champlain around right there. The 52. It looks like maybe Larson might have spun around in front of him. We'll take a look here real quick as we were looking through the webcams. We see Larson and Bolton here side by side. Larson hits the outside wall, spins around into the bus stop. And he's kind of sitting on the inside. Oh, he starts to come out. He just came out right in front of traffic right there. Might have held off just a little bit more, but he comes out into the chicane, catches the 52 of Champlain, and they go around. So unfortunate incident there for Michael Champlain in the 52. Really nothing, if anything, he's doing. He just kind of came in there. It looks like we're going to have a start of our pit stops. I see Zeller in the pits. I see Joshua Smith's in the pits now. We take a look at our leader one more time in the Ford truck. Krasinski now 3 seconds back to Trader. The Trader's kind of falling off the pace, but it's Brandon Cal right there lurking in the third spot. Only about half a second behind Trader. And we got a meatball plug for Quentin Steinbach. Where is Quentin at? And you can see the smoke rolling out of that truck. Bolton with an off track right there as well. Let's see if we can see what happened to Quentin here. You can already see him locking up the brakes right here. I think this is what turn is this here? Maybe 4. You can already see it. Did he blow up here or something? It looks like this truck is smoking. I think that's exactly what it did. I think maybe he downshifted a little bit too much at the wrong time. He looks like he blew the motor up on that thing. So Quentin's going to be your early retiree at this point. We don't have any fast repairs here in the league that I know of. So it's going to be Krasinski and Trader still out in front. Let's see if we can find us a good battle on the racetrack here. The 34 of Beatty here looking to the outside of Slagan. They're both going to come down to the pits. So pit stops are beginning here on lap 17, right at the halfway mark. We've got Thornton in the pits, Slagan, Beatty, Peshin all in the pits. Our first driver that's completed their pit stop is the 48 of Keith. We're going to keep an eye on his lap times. It looks like he did. Let's see if we can see his pit time here. Took about a 15-second pit stop, so I'm pretty sure that's 4 tires right there for Keith. I think that's probably what we're going to see with just about everybody. I don't know why you wouldn't take tires in this position, but the 52 of Champlain now up to up into the 8th spot as pit stops are cycling. We've got an off track there for Michael Sparks. And the 4 of Krasinski just separating himself from the field right now. 3 seconds to Trader. Let's see if Trader comes in and tries to undercut right here. We'll see where he's on the racetrack. See if he pulls into the pits or... It looks like right now we're going through the bus stop. Let's see if he takes advantage of this. Maybe he can get a little bit of an undercut. Maybe gain some pace as we've seen some of our drivers now pit. And actually fastest truck on the racetrack is the 48 of Victor Keith. First driver to come in and pit right now. The 41 of Thornton has also come in for his pit stop. He's back up to 7th right now in the TI racing number 41. And our leaders are both going to pit. Here comes Schrader and Krasinski in the pit. Top 4 all coming in. Cal into the pits. Sluter into the pits. All right, let's see how this cycles out here. We look at the 71 of Modric. He is 5th place running truck, but he is basically the 1st place truck on the racetrack right now. He comes through the high banks. Let's see if he dives down to the pits. It looks like he is going to do just that. So just about everybody coming in for pits here at halfway. The 30 of Dickman. So Dickman had some trouble early. We saw him go around. He's all the way back up to 6th right now. He's up 13 spots. Let's see how this works out once the pit stop cycle through. But that's going to put the 41. Let's see. 41 is the first truck out there on the racetrack, but Krasinski is already clearing the pit road. As it looks like Thornton, where is Thornton at on the racetrack? Thornton is just coming into turn number 1, so he's not going to have enough, didn't make up enough ground to catch the leaders here. But you can see on the back of the Krasinski truck, check out his YouTube channel, at Justin Krasinski. Justin's always streaming his stuff live for us. We should pull in some of that one of these days. So our first truck on the racetrack that is not pitted is the 6th place running truck of J.D. Biddle. J.D. Biddle, the 96. We've seen him with a few off-track incidents today. He's going to have to come in for his pit stop pretty soon, as just about everybody has pitted or is coming into the pits at this point. We're going to pull up our in-car drivers again. Thanks to all these guys: Dean Wedeking, Trevor Feshner, Michael Sparks, Joshua Raymond, Michael Champlin, Ian Meneses, Everett Larson, and my mystery guy in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm sure I know who that is. But thank you guys for sharing your cams with us tonight. Really appreciate it. Just gives us another look into what's going on. So appreciate you letting us into your homes. All right, so Trader back out after his pit stop. About 4 seconds now to Krasinski. And you can see your gaps up there on the top of the screen. About 3.5 seconds, 3.25 seconds from Krasinski to Trader. Then it's another 5 seconds back to Cal in the 85. And let's see what we can find on the racetrack. Here's Beatty. Beatty in the 27 is closed up on the back of the 91 and Landon Slagan. Can he make a move here? And who was our biggest mover? What happened to Peshin? So Peshin in 11 had moved up into the top 10. He's back in 11th right now. He's had a little bit of a slow pit stop, it looks like. Actually, no, had a pretty good pit stop. Must have had an off somewhere because he was coming through the field. And it looks like maybe he took a little bit of repair. Got a little bit of that left front fender fixed. Looks like from a distance, but now that I look at it a little closer, I don't think so. The 9 still got a little damage on that left front, but it doesn't seem to hurt him too much. But here comes the 42. I think it's a lap truck. I think Sparks is a lap truck right there behind him. It is. Oh, and both these drivers are just going to drive off the racetrack. So Peshin goes off, and then Sparks just said, "Hey, where are you going? I think I'll follow you." So unfortunately, Peshin and Sparks both off the racetrack right there. And it looks like we've got another incident here with Bolton. See what we can see what happened here. The 00. Heading down into the bus stop. We've seen this a couple of times. Just drivers getting in too deep right here, or catching the curb. And first time we've seen that one. Bolton's going to spin around really close for the 55. But Menace is not getting to the back of him right there. So fortunate for Ian there not to get into the back of the spinning truck right there. As we take a look here at Peshin one more time. But it is Justin Grinzinski now out 3.6 seconds to the good. He has got Nick Trader back there in the 56. 16 laps left to go in this race. My name is Chris Murphy with DRSN. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be here all season long with the Western Racing League Viking Construction Group Truck Series all the way through November 3rd for the end of the season, all the way through the playoffs. I really thank Admin Box. If you're looking for some good equipment, check out adminbox.com. Put in the discount code DRSN-BOXX. That's a 2 X's at the end of that if you want 10% discount on your order. All right, we'll take a look at the 96 of Biddle. He came in, got some tires. He's back up to 15th right now, gathering himself up. He's been kind of fighting here a little bit off and on with the 40 or Brewer. And look, there he goes around again. JD loses it right in the middle of the bus stop. Catches catches the curb there coming out. And JD going to go around. He is going to lose a spot to the 52 of Champlin. So not a lot of close battles on the racetrack right now. We take a look here at Slagan and the 91. He has Declan Beatty in the 27 right there in front of him as they put a lap on the 04 of Daniel Sparks. And it looks like, you see, we got another incident here with Christopher Mason in the 72. Looks like that right front's got some pretty good damage on it. But Christopher does a good job waiting right there. Makes a safe rejoin on the racetrack in the Iron Maiden sponsored 72. It'd be nice if Iron Maiden would actually sponsor something, but that'd be cool. The 56 of Trader now still settled in. And here's our battle between Beatty and Slagan. Actually made his way around the 27. So the 91 Atlanta Slagan looks to be finding his foe. 27 going to look to the inside through the bus stop. Not able to make that late dive. You saw the little wiggle there from the 91. As we got another off-track warning right there from Biddle. As they're going to put a lap on the 72. We take a look here at Slagan and Beatty going at it here. This is for 6th and 7th right now. So the 91 had some troubles earlier. But he looks to have found his pace, found his rhythm here. And I'm looking through some of my incidents. Look like JD Biddle having some more trouble here right now. He is off the track and back on and off here a couple times, it looks like, according to my event log. And it's going to be Beatty to the outside. Let's see if he can make a cut under right here. Sometimes you can get into the outside right there and get a better run off the corner, forcing that driver on the inside to cut off his corner short. But Beatty not able to get alongside of Slagan right there, but he is all over the back bumper. Or all over the tailgate since we're in a pickup truck. I guess Slagan gets a little loose right there, gets on the throttle a little bit hard. Beatty closes up on the back of him one more time. We got a good battle going on there for 6th and 7th. Keeping an eye on the rest of the pack out there. Everybody else kind of separated out right now. Actually, looks like Cal may be catching up. Actually, it's going to be a battle between the 90. It's the 95 of David Sluter has reeled in the 85 of Cal. Sluter putting some good laps in out there. Actually was the fastest truck on the racetrack by about 0.2 of a second over anybody else. So Sluter now finding his rhythm here with about 14 laps left to go at Daytona. He's coming forward to the front. Started in fourth, running fourth right now. So we can see the Ford F-150 number 95 of David Sluter running that fourth spot, trying to catch up to Braden Cow. We take a look here at Rick Modrick in the 71. He is closed up on the back of Victor Keith right now. That is for 8th spot. So Modrick looking really good here right now as well in the 71. See if we can find our highest running webcam. It looks like it's the 01 of Larson here. So Everett Larson, Last Row Motorsports. What's he got calling himself down there? Everett Larson, Younger Money. Currently running in 12th in the 01. Everett's had some pretty good runs on his super speedways of the first couple of races at Daytona and Atlanta, or Echo Park, but ran into some trouble in both of those races. Now up to 12th right now, started back in 20th. It's still Sean Peshin, our biggest mover of the race. Scotty Larson with a meatball flag. And it looks like Scotty's jumped to the pits. Looks like he had an off-track incident. Maybe he blew it up because I don't see any off-track incidents with him there. But Scotty down in the pits, and Krasinski now going to put another lap on the 00 of Bolton. Bolton moves up out of the way, and it is almost 6 seconds now back to Nick Trader in the 95. And Sluter has now found his way around Cow for the 3rd spot. Let's see if we can find that pass here. And you can see Sluter with a good run on the back behind Cal. Cal just misses the corner, misses his braking point, opens up the bottom of the racetrack there for Sluter. Makes it really easy for the 95 to take that spot away. And David Sluter now up to 3rd with that pass right there on Brandon Cal. Brandon had been looking pretty strong all day long, but just that little mistake right there is going to cost him a podium spot. And we've still got this battle going on here with the 91 of Slagan and the 27 of Beatty. So Slagan right there. Right now in the 6th spot. He has got Beatty lurking on the back of him right now as they head across through the triover section into turn number 1. Let's see if Beatty takes a late look into 1. He's got a good run into the corner, but not quite enough. He's going to have to back off, let the 91 go. And another off track for Bolton in the 00. And we've had a few drivers here today just not liking this Daytona road course. Oh, nice job there from Beatty. I thought he was going to drive right in the back of the 91. Able to move a little bit to the outside to avoid the contact. So Beatty in the 27. And it looks like another off track there with Bryce Dickman in the 30. Looks like he's gathered it back up. He's now running the 11th spot. Daniel Sparks also with another off. Daniel's not having a great day. I can't even find him on my leaderboard, so we'll just skip that one for right now. Take a look at our leader here one more time, though. Krasinski, Trader running 2nd, Sluter, Cal, Jacob Thornton, our top 5. And it's a little ways back to this battle here with Slagan and Beatty. This is the best battle we have on the racetrack right now. We jump on board here with Beatty heading down into the bus stop. And you can see Beatty gets into the corner just a little bit better, but he has to get on the brakes hard. Slagan gets a little bit loose right through the center. That's going to give Beatty a better run. Oh, he had a good look to the inside right there. I think he could have got by him up underneath the, but he would have had to be underneath the yellow line. So Beatty has to basically square her up behind Slagan right there. I thought he could have capitalized on that mistake by the 91 through the center of the bus stop, but just not able to get up alongside. So we've got a good battle going on here. This is for 6th and 7th right now. It's probably the best battle on the racetrack as Slagan going to fade to the outside here through the trioval section. Going to take a look here one more time into turn number 1. He's going to look to the outside. Oh, I think he just mistimed that. I think he was trying to cut under, but actually caught the right rear quarter of the 91 just a little bit. We've seen this so many times right here. Into turn number 3 right there, closing up on the back. So Beatty, they head up through this really slight left-hander of turn number 4. Another hairpin coming up in turn number 5. Let's see if he can get a run on Slagan right here. And this is by far the best battle on the racetrack. It's the 91 and the 27 going at it for 6th right now. So Beatty started in 8th, running 7th right now. Slagan started back in 9th, now up to 6th. So our Riley, North Carolina driver here in the 27, not able to get near as good enough a run off the bus stop as he did last time. That's going to let Slagan get away from him a little bit. So we'll take a look back here at the 77 and Nico Cipollini. He's trying to close up on the back of the 12 of Fechner. And you can see Fechner now is at the 85 of Cal, so they're going a lap down there at this point. So Nico a lap down, Cal getting ready to put another lap or get around the lap truck of Fechner. We'll take a look at our in-car driver here with Trevor Fechner. Trevor goes a lap down, but he's having fun. Look at the smile on his face, making some laps around Daytona. He's using an H shifter. Look at that. So Trevor, not the paddle shifter guy. He's using the H shifter off to the right-hand side. That seems like a lot of work for me. A lot of kudos to Fechner right there. All right, we'll take a look here at Nick Trader, still up in the 2nd spot. Who haven't we looked at on the in-car cameras too much? I think we've looked at Michael Sparks. Michael is one of the first ones. Our Calgary driver in the 42 has got a good look, and like that Moosehead sponsorship on that truck. The Mooselander Racing Team, Michael Sparks in the 42. Michael's back there running at 24th right now, started in 27th. He moved up a little bit. Sure, not near as far as he'd like to. Oh, Michael's still out there on the racetrack, going to finish this race. Krasinski still leading it. He is now almost 6 seconds to the good. So we're going to get back to this battle for 6th and 7th. We jump on board here with Beatty, or at least on the roof anyway. We can't really... Let's see if we can hang on to the roof. We off track there for Daniel Sparks in the 04 one more time. Daniel's hoping he's hoping to get the heck out of Daytona, it looks like at this point. But here comes Beatty. Does he have a run into the bus stop? He's going to look to the inside. He's going to fade down to the bottom. They're going to back off the throttle right there. Ease up. Let Slagan go. I think Beatty's just got a little better pace right now. He just cannot find an opportunity to get around Slagan. They both get a really good run out of the bus stop. Head up onto the high banks here. The 91 and the 27 going at it here for 6th and 7th. This is our best battle we have on the racetrack. We're watching everywhere else. You're not missing anything. Any other battles up towards the front. This is the battle right here, and it's going to be Beatty looking to the inside of the 91, but not able to get a run. Slagan does a good job of blocking off the bottom of the racetrack. They're coming up on that lap truck. It looks like the 10. The 10 going another lap down. That is Ryan Thompson. So Ryan going a lap down, and you can see Brady Zeller up there in front of this group. So Brady also now a lap down. Let me see, we've only got 17 trucks left on the lead lap. Our leaders have lapped all the way up to 17th. So JD Biddle right now in the 96, our last car on the lead lap. So I'll pull up the webcams here one more time. Just got to thank these guys, all these guys, for letting us do this, bringing us into their home. This is just a fun thing we can add right here. We've got Michael Champlin's the only one that really took some time, put some graphics and stuff on there for us. He's pretty much showing us his stream right here. He's got his driver input. You can just see on and off the throttle right there. We're going to go just straight to Michael's cam, and you can see that. So we'll pull it up here. Where is Michael here on the racetrack? Back here in the 13th spot in the 52. You can see his little driver input right there, just on and off the throttle, on the brakes, hard on the gas right there, just flat-footed. Heading up to, I think that's turn number 4. That slight left-hander, he's going to back off just a little bit through the corner right there. Then you're going to see some hard braking as he comes up to 5 here, this right-handed hairpin. Off the throttle completely, hard on the brakes right there, Champlin in the 52. So nice little ad right there. Thanks for Michael for having that, adding that with us here today. But we are going to get back to our battle here with Declan Beatty and Landon Slagan This is for 6th and 7th, and they've got about 16 seconds up the road ahead of them to the 5th running truck of Thornton. So with only 8 laps left to go, this is pretty much the best either one of these guys are going to finish unless something happens up in front of them. And it's going to be this 6th place battle right here. Beatty has looked pretty good most of the day, and this battle's been going on now for about 6 or 7 laps. And it looked like, again, we saw that a few laps ago, Beatty, I thought he was going to have a good enough run to cut underneath Slagan right there. Oh, he's going to lose the back of the truck right there through the chicane. That's going to cost him a little bit of ground. We got the 12 truck of Fetchner now, so we've got a little battle going on back here. This is for 19th and 20th. Fetchner in the 20th spot. He is trying to catch the 7 of Raymond. Let's see, can I do both cams here? We'll just pull both of them here. Let's see here. All right. There we go. We got Raymond and Fetchner here going at it. You can see the 7 truck right there in front. Fetchner behind him there. Fetchner, our left-handed camera, trying to make up some ground right there. All right, we'll quit moving stuff around on you. It looks like the 41 of Thornton here going to put a lap on the number 12. We got Paul Boomershine with an off track as well. We'll get back to our battle here with Slagan and Beatty one more time. Slagan getting a little separation now. What else we got here on the racetrack? Kyle Smits and Ian Meneses going at it in the 82 and the 55. This is for 15th and 16th. So Kyle Smits, the Spare Parts Gaming leader here, trying to move up a spot here. He's got the 55 of Menace. I think we've got an in-car here with Menace here, so we can pull it up. And you can see Ian right there in the 55 up on the outside. The 82 of Smith's got a good run on him here. Can he make up enough ground as he head towards the bus stop? Are we through 3 and 4 right now? We're going through 3 and 4. My bad. But so Kyle, now we're heading to the bus stop. I was right the first time. But Kyle with a good run, but gets a little bit loose on the entry. Cuts off that corner right there. That might give him a slowdown. It did. Kyle Smith gets a slowdown for that. Cutting that corner in the chicane, so that is going to hurt his chance to make a run on Ian. All right, where's another battle on the racetrack? We're going to find something going on here. It's still the 91 and the 27 going at it. The 91, the Vortex Sim number 91 of Landon Slagan. Another off track for Paul Boomershine in the 92. So Paul just not liking this road course today. He's been really good on the super speedways. And it looks like we might have had an off here with Kyle Schmitz. We'll see what happened with Kyle. He was having a good run there with Ian. See if we can find out what happened there. But he was up on the back of the 55 there just a few laps ago. And he just misses the corner going into 1. We've seen that numerous times today. The 82 of Kyle Smith's off the racetrack right there. All right, let's see if Declan's got anything for Landon right here heading into 1. It doesn't look like it. Just not getting enough of a draft. It doesn't look like through that high bank section through 3 and 4 to make a good run into 1. And it just looks like every time it looks like Landon or Declan catches that right rear. He tries to turn in and catches that right rear quarter of the 91. But he's up alongside right now. So head into 3. They're going to head up in that left-hander of 4. Let's see if he can take a look to the inside. Slagan going to slide wide. He's going to block off that inside line heading up into 4. They got the lap truck of Zeller there in front of him. As we have an off track for the number 7 of Raymond. Our little separation there. We'll take a look one more time at this battle with the 82 and the 55. Schmitz, after going off track in turn number 1 just a little bit ago, was able to make up some ground here on the 55. And it looks like It's going to be Kyle Smith looking to the outside of Menace because they haven't run into one. And we just got confirmation. We saw it earlier. Quentin Steinbach. We thought he blew up his motor. He sends me a message. He said, yep, shifted going into one. Rookie mistake. So Quentin Steinbach blew it up earlier out of this race. He's going to come home in 31st. But we look at this battle right in here for 15th with Menace and Smits. And the 96 of Biddle sneaking in. So we've got a three-way battle going on there for this 15th. Oh, and Smits goes around. Kyle Smits loses the truck again one more time. Goes back around right there. We'll see if we can see what happened there. Just loses the back of the truck all on his own. Gathers it back up, and he is going to get rolling one more time. So unfortunate there for Kyle Smits. Couple incidents. Basically back-to-back laps there. We jump on board here with Larson. Everett Larson, he has got the 52 of Champlain right there, Brian. Let's see if we can bring up Ian's camera, or excuse me, Everett's camera right here in the 01. He's looking up in the mirror. He sees the 52 lurking as they head into the bus stop. And jump on board with the 52. Oh, he is determined. Michael determined to get around Everett here. He's doing everything he can to reel him in. So the 52 and the 01 going at it here right now for 12th and 13th. Biddle now close. Oh, Biddle goes off the racetrack just so we switched over to the bus stop. I was just getting ready to say he was making a run on the 55 of Menace, but unfortunate there for JD Biddle. Loses the back of the truck, slides off the racetrack in the bus stop chicane, but does not hit anything, which is a good thing. We're down to 5 laps left to go in this race, and Beatty and Slagan have been going at it here for about it feels like the last 15 or 20 laps. Oh, a little bit loose there for Beatty, getting out, coming off of turn number 6. And that is going to cost him a run up onto the high banks. So Beatty now sliding back about 7/10 of a second. Let's see if we can find. We've got Zeller back here. So Zeller had a good run going. He was way up towards the front, but some incidents, some off tracks for him. He is now back here in 22nd, but he has got the 21st run in number 7 of Raymond right there in front of him. So a little bit of a battle going on here in the back of the field between Zeller and Raymond. I think we got Raymond's in-car camera here. Joshua all settled in there in the 7. He is looking to the back. He's got the 8 Zeller lurking right there. And Kyle Smith with another off track. We just catch him getting back on the racetrack. So last couple of laps have not been good for Kyle Smith. And you can see the second place Krasinski now right there behind him. They've now lapped Paul Boomershine off the racetrack down there on the bottom one more time. As we take a look at Krasinski, he is now lapped all the way up to the 16th running truck of Biddle. And we got Cipollini with an off track. So Nico also off the racetrack. We have had countless number of off-track incidents here at Daytona, as it's Krasinski out in front still. The 56 of Trader in second. And it looks like Victor Keith coming into pit for his second time. He must have not taken enough fuel earlier. I would have thought for sure that everybody could have made it with just one stop, but Keith having to come in for a second time. We'll see if any of our other leaders have that issue. The 48 with an untimely second stop. We got Wedeking also in the pits. Larson as well. So I saw most of these drivers pit back on lap 18 out of the 35 laps. So would have thought they'd be able to go all the way. As we see Wedeking down on pit road in the 44. But in the meantime, it is still the Ford truck of Justin Krasinski stretching his lead out now, almost 6 seconds back to Trader. Now we'll take a look at our battle here for 6th and 7th one more time. Declan Beatty, or Raleigh, North Carolina driver, in 7th, trying to reel in Landon Slagan. This is week number 3 of the Viking Construction Group Truck Series Western Racing League. I should have said that backwards. But week number 3, we're going to be here all year long here at DRSN. My name is Chris Murphy. Give us a subscribe out there. Hit a like button. If you like what you're seeing, you got a league, you need some coverage or a special event, reach out to us. We've got the guys that just cover just about anything you have out there. We did a full 500-mile race last Saturday. Fantastic show we put on for the Riding Pack Racing League. That was our first 500-mile race, and let me tell you, that was a long day. I know it was long sitting here just doing this stuff. I can only imagine what it was like for the drivers. But we've got some guys that are really good with endurance stuff, GT4, just about anything you got out there. But we've been doing a lot of NASCAR stuff lately, and here we are with the trucks as well. Now we take a look back here at the 01 of Larson. He's now up to 13th. After starting back in 20th. He is going to put a lap on the 10 of Thompson there one more time. Thompson just not having a good day out there in the 10. Krasinski's now put a lap on Menace. Menace running 15th. Let's see what we can find here on the racetrack. It's still the closest battle we have right here. It's about a half a second now between Slagan and Beatty, as it looks like Wedeking off the racetrack. And it looks like maybe Dan Wedeking might be calling it a day. Let's see if we can see what happened here with him. So it looks like he struggled getting out of the pits. Oh. Looks all right. I'm not sure what's going on there with Dean, but looks like Dean might be calling it a day. So thanks for letting us into your house there, Dean. Appreciate it, buddy. As we're back up here on the battle for 6th and 7th, we've got 2 laps left to go. Let's just get up on our leader. Let's showcase Krasinski right here, coming around for the last couple laps of this race. He makes his way up onto the high banks, up out of turn number 6 in the Ford truck. Justin with a great drive today. Started in 3rd. Took the lead, I'm guessing probably about lap 10 or so. If I have to guess off the top of my head. I could probably go back and look and find that. But Justin's led most of this race right now. It was a battle between him and Nick Trader early. But once Justin got out in front, he has not looked back. Got a lap and a half left to go here as he heads through the bus stop. And it's quite a ways back to the second place running the 56 of Nick Trader. You see Nick now coming through the bus stop here. Nick's had a really good run, started on the pole. Back here in 2nd right now. And most of our leaders up front have all pretty much started in the front. Sluter in the 3rd spot started in 4th. Brandon Cal started up in the 2nd spot, is running 4th right now. But our big mover of the race is number 9 of Sean Peshin, started in 26th up to 9th. So definitely a hard charger. 1 lap left to go here for the number 4 leading this race. It is Justin Krasinski. We'll stay with him for this last lap. Through turn number 1. Do what they call like the Roval section here at Daytona. Oh, I see the 91 in the background having some trouble. Oh, it wasn't the 91. It just kind of looked like that. I'm not sure who that was, but it looked like the 91 of Slagan. All right, so we'll stay here with Krasinski. Through turn number 4. Going to head through the hairpin there at 5. Then he'll make his way off of turn number 6, that left-hander, back up onto the high banks through the NASCAR 1 and 2 here for the Ford truck of Krasinski. Fastest lap of the race was actually a 49. Was actually our second place running truck, Nicholas Trader. As the fastest lap of the race, I think they get a bonus point in this for this league. So as we're watching this, I see Boomershine off the racetrack again. Fetchner off the racetrack as well. As Justin Krasinski's going to make his way down halfway through, down his back straightaway Daytona into the bus stop. I love this bus stop chicane at Daytona. It's just a good flowing chicane right here. Back up onto the banking for the last time. He's going to make his way through the Daytona 3 and through the Speedway 3 and 4 here. Will come across the stripe to take the win unless he makes a big mistake here in the next couple of corners. Krasinski going to take the win here at Daytona. And it's going to be the Ford truck of Justin Krasinski taking the win in the Western Racing League. Right back there in 2nd. It's going to be Nick Trader in the 56. The 95 of Sluter going to make his way around. And then it's a little ways back to the 85 of Cal. Cal ran 3rd for a long time in this race, but he is going to come home in the 4th position. And then we're going to keep an eye on this. Oh, Beatty got around Slagan. We missed that pass somewhere. They're going to battle out of the bus stop here up onto the bank as we were watching our leader cross the finish line. Beatty finally got around Slagan for that 6th spot. This was the battle we were watching most of the day. And it is Declan Beatty now gotten around Landon Slagan. He is going to take 6. Slagan trying to come back on him. You see him drafting up here. Does he have a move into the does not look like it. Does not have a move into the tri-oval area, and it's going to be Beatty coming across in 6th, Slagan in 7th. Got a few drivers still out on the racetrack. We see the 48 of Keith. He is running 11th right now. He has really nobody around him. It is a little 52 of Champlain is within striking distance if Keith were to make a mistake. We take a look here one more time with Michael. Pull up all of our webcams here to see if we see some of our drivers that are finished. Dean Wedeking, thank you. Trevor Freshner, Michael Sparks, Joshua Raymond, Michael Champlain, Ian Menace, and Everett Larson. Thank you guys a lot for letting us use your cams tonight. Appreciate it. As we take a look here at Champlain's going to come across the line in the 12th position. Larson right behind him there in 13th. But your winner tonight is going to be the 4 of Justin Krasinski. Bringing home another victory here in the Western Racing League. So Justin comes in a lot of these races as the favorite. Looked really strong out there all day long. Let's see if we've got anybody in the booth here with us. Oh, I know they're not in the booth with us. Let's see if they're anybody's in the waiting room here. See if we can get them up with us yet. All right, nobody in there yet. So while we're waiting for that, we're going to bring up the quick results here. We'll take a look at our top 20 drivers. Justin Krasinski going to come home with the win. There we go. Nick Schrader, after starting in first, going to come home in second. David Sluter in the 3rd spot. Brandon Cal, 4th. Jacob Thornton going to round out our top 5. And it's Declan Beatty, after finally getting around Landon Slagan after that battle they had back and forth. Rick Modric, Sean Peshin, our big mover of the race. Bryce Dickman, Victor Keith in 11th. Michael Champlain in the 12th spot. Everett Larson going to come home in 13th. Tyler Brewer, Ian Meneses, Kyle Smith, Trevor Fechner, Brady Zeller, Nico Cipollini, and Joshua Raymond. That is going to round out our top 20 here at the Daytona Road Course for the Western Racing League. Let's see here. We got Justin here. Hey, Justin, you got Chris in the booth, buddy. Are you there?
I'm here, my friend. How are you?
Excellent, but not as good as you, my friend. That was quite the drive out there today. You got a lot of laps around Daytona. You just feel good. I mean, Nick kind of led there a little bit early, but once you dispatched of him, you just never looked back.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that entire top 4, Brandon and Dave were really good as well. Obviously, Brandon ran a great qualifying lap, but Nicholas was spectacular. Just as fast as me, if not faster. Just had some bad luck at a couple of traffic cars, and that first 15 laps is really fun. I made a slight mistake in the bus stop on lap 14, and he almost got back to me, and I had to really, really defend hard and fight because I knew that track position was going to be everything as the tires wore out. But that was a workout. I looked like I just got back from the Olympics, but it was a ton of fun.
The one thing that surprised me out there, I really expected the drafting to really come into play through 3 and 4 and up into the trial, but it didn't really look like it did that much for most of the drivers.
Yeah, it seemed like almost like the plate track drafting where I got when I was behind Nicholas there for a little bit. I got to him, and then the bubble of air just kind of pushed him away. So you could gain a pretty good amount from the bus stop until maybe the exit of the NASCAR 4. And then he just kind of pushed away. So it was very strange. It didn't really help with overtaking like I thought it might down to turn 1 or into the bus stop. It was a very interesting model, very interesting handling. Dirty air was definitely a thing in turn 1 with the faster corner, but it was very, very enjoyable, and I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I hope you all enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, it was a great race. Unfortunately, you when you get that far out in front, sometimes you don't always get the camera time. We're trying to find the good battles out there, so we got you a few shots here and there when you were battling with Nick, and tried to get you a few here and there. But unfortunately, sometimes when you get that big of a lead, you lose a little camera time for your sponsors. Unfortunately.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I'm not running this stuff for points or anything. I want the rest of the guys to get the credit and get the focus. I'm glad we'll be back in a couple weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, whenever these things go back to Darlington. But for the rest of the weeks, I'm looking forward to getting to watch with everybody else from your perspective and get to enjoy it, because I'm really, really proud of 30-plus trucks tonight. I mean, Dave and Nico and Tyler have done a great job promoting this and setting it up, and it's awesome to see great fields, and just really looking forward to what they can continue to do with this.
Yeah, the Western Racing League's really coming together great. It's really fun to be a part of, and you kind of expect a lot of times when you come to these road courses, the field might shrink a little bit. But 34 trucks at Daytona on the road course was a dang good show, and You brought it up a second ago, though, Darlington coming up, and we got 2 weeks break. I don't know what I'm going to do with my Tuesday nights, but 2 weeks break, and we come back for Darlington. Are you going to be here for that one?
Definitely. Darlington is my favorite racetrack, or at least my favorite oval for sure. So, like I said, we're not running all of them. Just I got stuff enough going on Tuesday nights that I can't make all of them, so I didn't want to come and half-ass it, if you would. I would like to come in and let the stars, the full-time guys, have the spotlight, do their thing. Was focusing on Thursday, but again, we'll see what happens with that. But just really looking forward to Darlington. It's a track I really enjoy, really excel at. I haven't driven a truck there in a really long time, but hopefully we can get our head around it and have another great race at the front.
Well, great finish tonight. Congratulations on another victory. I know we're going to see in Victory Lane a lot more before the season's over with. But hey, man, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I really appreciate, again, you guys for all you do. Chris, you've been spectacular as a partner for WRL, and I've really enjoyed getting to watch the broadcast back, and you do some of the best work I've seen in my 13 years on iRacing, so I really appreciate that, and obviously everything that Dave and Nico and Tyler do for this series and all the other series that WRL has, and the way they handle things, the way they present the rule book and everything else, it's just very, very well run, and I'm glad that they're seeing the fruits of their labor. And then again, everybody from JKR, JD, Andrew, Bryce, everybody else, appreciate all their love and support when we come out and run these fast trucks. And I'm really having a lot of fun. And then the CF Foundation, as always, on the truck for keeping me alive. So, all good night all around.
Well, appreciate the feedback there, Justin. And it's going to be a couple. Hopefully, we'll see you in a couple weeks. So I know you're going to be on the racetrack doing some other things between now and then. So good luck out there, and we'll see you again down the road, buddy.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You bet. All right, we'll see if we can find. I don't see our second place finishing Nick Trader. So that was Justin Krasinski there, picking up another win here in the Western Racing League. You're going to see Justin anytime you're here with us. You're going to see Justin somewhere near the front. So let's see if I think I can steal David Suter here. Hey, David, you got Chris in the booth. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here, man. How are you?
I'm good. I know. Yeah, I kind of stole you out of your team chat there, but
Nope, you're all good.
fantastic run out there today. You gave Justin everything he could handle. Or excuse me, you and Brandon going at it there for quite a while, but you're finally able to clear him and get up into third. What you think you had just maybe something, a little adjustment here or there? You might have had a chance to get up there and run with Justin and Nick.
I know for sure I was not going to catch Justin. I've been racing with Justin for 5 years now, and he's just quick on road, no matter what, and oval. But Nick kind of surprised me. I mean, he was quick. I mean, we were probably running about the same lap times every lap after the pit stop. So there was really nothing I think I could do to actually catch him. I would have needed him to mess up, basically.
Yeah, Nick had a really good run. He sat on the pole right there. I think took spoiler kind of taking the pole, and he really gave Justin a good run for his money. I thought maybe once you cleared Brandon, you might give him a little bit of a run, but they just had some really good pace up there.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were definitely killing it up there. I mean, they had unreal pace. I mean, most of the field, I mean, honestly had a lot of good pace. I mean, I'm surprised we only, I mean, 14 cars stayed on the lead lap. That's honestly pretty good on a road course in my opinion.
Yeah, me and Justin were talking. I don't know if you heard it or not, but the Western Racing League, you guys have really got something going fun here. Into only about 1 or 2 seasons with the group, but I'm really happy to be here. But pulling 34 trucks for a road course race here is not an easy feat. A lot of times you lose a lot of drivers here. So you guys, hats off to you guys. You guys are doing a great job here with the league.
Yeah, I mean, when I joined and I saw, I mean, I think we had like 40 minutes left and there was already about 25 people in there. And yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's good to know that, we're doing something right, that these guys are liking, and hopefully we can keep it up. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't, but it's going good.
Well, thank you guys for letting me be a part of it. Hey, but before I let you go, to anybody else you want to give a thanks to?
No, I just want to give a thanks to you. Thanks for doing this broadcast for us. You've been killing it, and thanks to Viking Construction Group for sponsoring the series, and can't wait for the next one.
All right. Well, we'll see. I guess 2 week break, man. I guess I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. As I said to Justin, I got 2 weeks off, so we're gonna see you back at Darlington on the 14th of March. So, whatever else you're doing out there, good luck, and we'll see you again.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, man.
You bet. All right. So that was David Sluter coming in third. I don't see Nick out there in the chat anywhere where I can steal him and bring him up here with us. So that's going to probably do it with our post show, our post race show anyway. So once again, we'll just take a quick look at the results. And it's going to be, as we said, Krasinski coming on with a win. We're going to show you the big results screen here. So I've been talking up my buddy. So we're gonna put up all kinds of graphics for you. Talking to my buddy Shane Cochran at Cochran's Motorsports, and you know, if you're using SDK software and you want some of these cool graphics you've seen us using all night long, jump over to the SDK Discord. You can find their Discord link on the SDK website. Find the marketplace in there. Find Shane. He'll hook you up. And as I said earlier, I'm not really sure if I should be pushing it that much, because then everybody's gonna have all the cool stuff I have. But take a look at some of this stuff. You're not going to find this anywhere else. But here's our overall leaderboard here, or the top 20 on here, as we went over earlier. Joshua Raymond back in the 20th spot. We're going to see if we can go down to the next page here. We didn't cover that earlier. So coming home in 21st, it was Joshua Smits, Daniel Sparks. And most of these drivers here on back just did not have a great day. Multiple off-track incidents for most of these guys, but it was J.D. Biddle in the 23rd spot, Michael Sparks in the 24th, Stephen Bolton, Ryan Thompson, Paul Boomershine, Christopher Mason, Dean Wedeking in 29th, and Scotty Larson back there in the 30th spot. And then we're going to round out our field. Quentin Steinbach in 31st, Alex Romero 32nd, Joshua Wise, and Randy Wood going to round out our field. Randy out early, first driver to retire. 35 laps of the distance, hard charge of the race. Sean Peshin up 17 spots. Sean with a great run. Green flank lead changes, three lead changes there between, and they're both between Nick Trader and Justin Krasinski. Fastest lap of the race was Nick Trader, and Nick Trader sat on the pole. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here tonight one more time. It was Justin Krasinski in the Ford truck coming home with the win. We are, let's see, what is our next event here on DRSN? We're going to be covering a race on Friday night, so we've been doing a little bit of playing around with the money racing community, run a lot of super speedway stuff. You're going to see us here Friday night, and I think it's going to be pretty late, about 11:30 Eastern, with the High Gear Racing Group. I'm not even sure what we're racing yet that night, but it's usually going to be a super speedway, probably a next gen, maybe a truck series. So join us for that. It's going to be, if you got nothing going on late on a Friday night, check us out there. And then next week, we're going to be back next Thursday night, I think it's 6 o'clock, with the Variety Pack Racing. Going to get back to doing some of their races after we did their 500 last Saturday. They took a little break this week. They'll be back next week. So keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get notified when we're up again. So this is Chris Murphy here with DRSN. Thank you a lot for watching. We will see you at the next green flag, which is going to be Friday night. Have a good one.